So hi guys, I'm with my good friend Kunal today. We had a short bike ride and we at the lovely Kowloon Peak. As always, I'm going to be sharing some thoughts with Kunal regarding mental health. So Kunal, if you don't mind, I'll get straight into it. Just so tell me, what does mental health means to you?
Deep, thanks for having me over for this episodes, and I have been watching some of the first ones and second ones.
Thank
I
you.
think it has been great. I think mental health is the first key identification that you need to have because it all starts over there. It's pretty much like the movie Inception, right? So it is that one little piece of thought, one little memory bank. It is a combination of the past memories, which is happiness, current situation, which is struggle, future goals, which is where you want to be. That is a desire. When you bring all those things together, you somehow come to a point of mental resilience. Now, to me, it has always been the fact that you have to identify when you are losing yourself. And that typically means that you are disconnected. That typically means that you are around, but you're in a completely different space altogether. You are existing, but you're not present.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So to me, mental resilience is all about training your mind on how do you want to deal with this constant emptiness, I would say, which is caused by many situations. It's not just one. And how exactly would you want to come out of that shell and be who you really want to be? So to me, that is the overall mental like a resilience part that comes in.
So Kunal, thank you for sharing what mental health means to you. Now I'd like to ask, tell me about a time where you had to prioritize your mental health, and what was the scenario, if you don't mind sharing with us?
I would love to. Thanks, Deep. So this was back in 2021. COVID hit us in March 2020 is when things went completely down. Not to mention the stock exchange, but okay, that is still not the point. The point is that you just couldn't go out, you couldn't come in, you couldn't travel. That does take a hit. For me, when the travel stopped, in a way, yes, it was a good thing that the Hong Kong government decided to do that to stop the spread, and I still strongly believe that the measures that were taken in Hong Kong were the right thing to do to stop the spread. But in 2021, I was doing my routine. I was taking my kids to hiking, and every weekend back to back we were busy. We have a rooftop where we can just put up the swimming pool. But then how many times can you do the same thing? And the fact that you cannot see your loved ones back home. My children cannot have the time to spend with their grandparents. My wife cannot see her parents. I cannot see mine. And that did take a toll on me, where we used to be having a happy moment, but nobody was happy. And if you're not happy, why are you doing things, right? So for me, there was a stage where I did realize that we all are going into a shell. We all are there, but we aren't there in the moment, right? So the space is completely lost. So yes, I mean, there was this time where I did go through this very hard time dealing with my own thoughts as to why am I getting these thoughts? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? How can I snap out? And I do remember that I downloaded a lot of games on my mobile phone, and that's all I was doing. I was just Facebooking and I was playing mobile phone. I was there with people, but I just wasn't there. and I was binge eating. I was staying up late at night. My expenses on the ice cream buckets were going up, and I was just watching TV, but I really wasn't watching TV. I don't even know what was going on half of the times.
Yeah.
A bit of alcohol consumption goes up. You try to go into this emotional state.
I think you kind of summed it up there. Like what I keep hearing is that you were there, but you're not present. I think that itself, you realize that point that you needed to do something about it.
Yes.
So coming to then my final question, which is like, then what some of the things that you have done since to basically overcome, what was the struggles you had, or what you're doing to make sure that you're mentally there, and obviously you are doing well.
Clearly, thanks to my wife, a couple of close friends that I have, who have immediately kind of recognized, talking to me and looking at me every day, and they're like, "Dude, what are you doing? I mean, are you all right? Are you there?" And I still remember my wife. She just held my hand and asked me that, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah. In a complete denial that what is going on. I was like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay. What is wrong? And she's like, did you notice that your son was talking to you today? And you didn't even answer him. And I was like, no. I was trying. I was there. I was like listening. And she's like, but I mean, you have the home cameras, and she's like, there it is. And do you see yourself? And that moment really hit me hard. So that was sometime in 21 November. Then came the so-called Santa Claus, Merry Christmas, that overall period, and we have this overall. I mean, although being a Hindu, you still celebrate all the festivals, and we have this Santa come over and all of that, and kids are happy with their gifts, and my wife is like, I have a gift for you as well, and it's like, can you please open your email? And in the email was a health boot camp that was joined. Of course, it was pretty expensive. I thought that was not required to be spent, but now that I went through that, I think it was worth every bit of it. So I started with this overall boot camp. I started working out. I started bringing in consistency, which is what I think a lot of people miss, the consistency on doing what you need to do to walk towards your goal. So health, working on your health, trying to see that result, trying to stand on the weighing scale every day and looking at that little reduction into your weight, feeling a lot better in your thoughts, being very clear, getting out of that. I mean, that was a big help that my family did for me. And they were like, please, come on, because you are at this stage, your kids will need you. And if you aren't there, then what is the point of all this?
Tell me, so those issues, what you were feeling before when you're not in the room, but you are present, have you overcome that basically?
Oh yeah. I mean, so for sure, the health, that needs to be looked into immediately. It's like going to a hospital. Same thing. The first thing they do is check your vitals. Same thing you do with your mental health. You just check your mental vitals. That are you there? Right? And working on the health really helped. Of course, the riding. So this is where in 2022 I just decided to go for the bike that I really wanted, and. Against all the mental blocks that expensive, this that. Sometimes you got to look after yourself first before you really look after everyone else. The same thing that goes in a plane, right? You have to put your oxygen first, and this was my oxygen.
Yeah.
Definitely, the like a workout was also my great oxygen, and that did help.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I mean, I've known you for nearly 2 years, and this is the best shape I've seen you in. And look,
Thank you.
in terms of, it seems like you've managed to found the process. What that bike is something. Your boot camp is another thing, and you seems to be get there. You're there now. So I would say, I think the journey you explained is that we all go through certain things in life, and we just need to ask for help. And then sometimes we don't need help. Sometimes it's good to ask for, because you always get some different ideas from others. It's good to share, let the burden on, share your burden. It just helps you to get through things. So I would say, overall, I feel like you are a new person. Since I met you, you have changed a lot. So Kunal, I really appreciate you spending this time with me, and thank you for sharing. So guys, look, we are not the expert in mental health, but what we are doing is sharing our thoughts. So if you feel there's a lingering issue, or you feel that that, I will encourage you to speak to somebody, a professional help, or even your friend, and I'm sure they will help you out. This is the end of this episode, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Thanks, Kunal.
Bye bye.